Hola, bonjour, in whatever language you speak. I'm Van2MT, and as you guys may know, I made this little funky thing called the Sashley Challenge. And if you don't know by now, it's a playlist of a bunch of furry animation memes by a specific creator. And the challenge is that you have to watch it all in one sitting without looking away or pausing to take a break. Now, why am I coming back to this? One, it can't escape my head, but two, I wanted to do an interview with some people to kind of just see the impact of it that it has on some people, and just some other questions just about the whole thing in general. So I'm going to be interviewing 4 people. Two are people that did the challenge. Someone that the guy that made the on Nick's side challenge, and someone that I actually worked with to try to make a revamped version of the challenge, and has been an avid Sashley fan for I don't even know how long. So the first interview is with my good old buddy Buster the Dummy. Now, if you are subscribed to Buster the Dummy, which you definitely should go do, you might know that he did a stream where he did the Sashley challenge, and he didn't get that far into it. But either way, I still wanted to interview him. So here's that here.
Alright, Mr. Mustard the Dummy, it seems that we both had different ideas on what dress code was. Considering I'm literally making this a day before I've even started editing the video. But
oh yeah, hold on. I can find something to fit the theme. Hold on, can you?
How did you first find out about the Sashley challenge and why you did it in the first place?
I suppose it would have to go because of you, obviously. Because I saw one of your videos was reacting to a bunch of these Sashley videos, and I was a bit confused about what the hell it even was. Watching, I think it was a stream actually, when you were streaming a little while ago. I was watching the stream. It was for your 420 subscriber milestone that you had told everyone about, and you live streamed it, and the content was definitely a bit odd in multiple ways. Of course, you can go see it for yourself for those of you who haven't seen it. It's an interesting series of videos made by this one content creator. A little while back, for my 1-year anniversary on YouTube, I did a Q&A video for my channel, and I had a bunch of people ask me questions, doing a bunch of that stuff. And it was you, Mr. VanTube, who had commented on there saying, and I quote, would you do the Sashley challenge for $2 whole? And I had agreed to that in the very video. You can pull up that clip if need be of me saying hell yes or whatever, I don't remember. And yeah, that's what got me into doing the Sashley challenge.
What was it like for you during the challenge?
Just to go before any of the challenge had even started, I just wanted to make this as difficult as I could in such a difficult way, but also do something that felt really goofy, something completely random that just seemed out of nowhere. And so I decided that I would smile throughout the whole way through, and if I stopped smiling at any point in the video, or I think it was a stream that I did, yeah, at any point in the stream that I did stop smiling, I would end the stream and stop reacting. So that just added on a whole new level of difficulty. Actually experiencing the videos themselves, personally for me, it wasn't too bad, I suppose. It was just a bunch of animations of, I don't want to say furry propaganda per se, because it wasn't propaganda.
Propaganda.
Yeah, it's not propaganda. It's not what it is. But Yeah, it was just like a cute compilation of these furry people doing stuff. Their personas doing some questionable stuff with questionable music in the background, very e-girl type stuff. But what made it a lot more difficult to watch was just me smiling throughout the whole way, because I thought it would be very funny if someone happened to join the stream at that very moment and see me smiling to such crude and oddly inappropriate animations. Well, some of them were inappropriate, but majority of them were, I think, just fine.
Questionable.
Yeah, questionable at best. I know for some people it might have been disturbing for them to watch through the the whole series, but for me, generally, I could handle it. It was just the added-on challenge that I'd given myself that made it a lot more difficult. And not the fact that I was smiling at these, at the animations themselves. Just trying to smile for that long was starting to get tiring, and my face was starting to contort in ways that I never thought was possible. And after a while, I realized that this is going to do something to my physical health in terms of how my face was going to be reoriented for the rest of my life. So I decided to stop that. I think I finished about like half an hour in. And even then, in the middle of it, I had to stop and eat dinner because my parents have no semblance of time as to when I stream, even though I tell them multiple times when I stream. And yeah, but overall, just going through watching that stuff, it was an interesting ride, I will say.
What's it like the aftermath, the effects of it?
I mean, at first I didn't think much about it. It was just like, it is what it is. I failed the challenge, so what? I'm not going to get my $2 whole as promised by Mr. Bantube himself. But yeah, that's kind of just how it went. I didn't think much about it afterward. Eventually, though, my parents did find the stream VOD in my live section on my YouTube channel, and my dad, I think maybe half an hour after the stream ended, had texted me saying, "What is this Sashley challenge that you did a while ago?" And I was like, "Oh, it's just some like animations or something like that. Nothing to worry about." And my dad was like, "Yeah, okay, son. Yeah, right." Not believing me in the slightest. Yeah, I think he questioned the same thing when he saw my the Q&A video as well. He had asked like, "Oh, what's the Sashley challenge?" And I obviously like, because I had heard from you, of course, beforehand. I like lied out of my ass just saying, "Oh, I don't know what this is." Yeah, I have no clue what it is, and I'm gonna go into it not knowing a clue about what this actually challenge is. And Sue was like, "Oh, okay, but you might want to do some research on what that is, just so you know what you're getting into, you know, because my dad is one of those protective people, you know, and he's not wanting me to see the horrors of the outside world, that kind of shit."
Or online world.
Yeah. Yeah, so not much in terms of aftermath, but yeah, that's pretty much how it went.
So after doing it, what is your opinion on Sashley as a creator and just their content?
In terms of Sashley, the content creator, I don't know much about them besides the type of content that they make. And judging them based on the content, they seem like your typical depressed e-girl. I don't know, but they're really good at animation. They're really good at drawings. I myself am not good at a lot of things outside of video making and recording, although I haven't done much of it in a while. but I don't want to judge them just based on those things alone. If I were to truly give my full opinion on who that person is, I'd probably want to get to know them a little more personally before giving like a full thing about who this person is. But based on the information that I have given to me, that's just based off what I can go on, then yeah, they're pretty much just a content creator online who makes animations, some of them suggestible and questionable at best. Yeah, I don't have much to say about Sashley as a person.
What is just your opinion on just animation memes as a whole?
It's not too bad, but as long as I don't see too much of it, I'm fine.
Do you plan on doing it again?
I might, without the smiling aspect, of course. But I might try to add like another goofy gimmick when I next do the Sashley challenge, if I plan to do that sometime. Of course, I have a bunch of other projects lined up for my own channel that are being made, so it's probably not on the top of my list. But it's somewhere in the back of my mind that, yeah, I should probably do this again, but I'm going to add another layer of goofy difficulty to it just to make it a little bit less bearable to watch.
The next interview was with another buddy of mine. He was, you guys probably haven't heard of him, but his name's Megamop. Now, his history with it is that he did it once, and then he did the Onyxide challenge, then he did it again, and again, and again, all because he just felt like it. So yeah, I interviewed him here. Here's the video.
Why did you do the Sashley challenge in the first place?
Curiosity and masochism.
What was your experience during the challenge?
Even though I didn't complete it fully on my first attempt, awful. Complete, utter torture. I'm attempting it again, and I'm on video 23. I'm literally crying. I'm literally crying from how bad it is. And then I'm literally just whispering to myself at this point.
What was your experience after both challenges, or like after the first one?
I never want to see their channels again. I just don't. I don't know what to say.
What is your opinion on Sashley and Onyxide specifically?
I mean, they're animators, so I can't. I won't judge them because they want to do what they want to do. But I can't say anything because I don't want to be rude, but I don't want to be mean at the same time. So my opinion is they're just doing what they want to do. Even though I'm literally suffering because of it, they're just doing what they want to do.
What is your opinion on animation memes as a whole?
Are you talking about in this case or just in general?
Like just animation memes in general. Like just the whole like genre of video.
It's like an expressed version of the meme, like how animators could feel their take on it, like how they want to express the meme, and now like trying to like get like a preset view. But honestly, I find the animation meme genre pretty funny. Even though sometimes it can be weird, it's mostly funny.
My last question is, why do you continue to do this to yourself?
I'm really bored and I have nothing to do, and for some reason I like torturing myself. Specifically at night, I don't know.
So the next person I interviewed was the guy behind the Onyxide challenge. And I just want to ask him questions both just about his experience in doing the Sashley challenge and just questions about the Onyxide challenge and all that. he didn't want to do this over call, so we just did this in DMs. What was your inspiration for the Unixide challenge? Sashley challenge. How did you find out about the Sashley challenge? Forgot, but I think I got your video about the challenge in recommended, or I probably just searched down Sashley. I was making an animation back then. What was your personal experience during both challenges? I don't feel like screaming. What was it like for you after the challenges? Like the aftermath? I feel changed. In what way? Mentally. Like I act practically the same, but in my mind, I'm petrified of Sashley. And Unixide. Emo Boy was painful. What is your specific opinion on both Sashley and Unixide? Pain. What is your opinion on animation memes as a whole? Depends. What way does it depend? Cringiness? Like? Emo Boy is cringe, Blood Pop is moderate. So basically it depends on how cringe the animation itself is, I see. Yes. Do you have any plans related to Sashley on Unixide, the challenges, or animation memes in general in the future? Flea the Furry, I'm working on an animation, which I leaked in the community post, and it's about beating up some NSFW animation memer. Yeah, you can kind of tell, this was definitely a very put together interview. So while I was doing the interviews, after we ended, they actually specifically Chrome and Megamop had some questions for me that they wanted to ask about the challenge.
What was your opinion after you completed it?
Or like my experience.
Yeah.
So it was mainly after I did the Unixide one. The Unixide one wasn't as bad, mainly because I already went through it the first time. But the first time, so during it sucked. But honestly, when I did the Unixide one, it was much worse. Mainly because after the Sashley one, I developed that like PTSD, that fear. I developed that. Like I didn't really have it when I did it the first time. So the second time would be worse because now I have that like fear. But yeah, basically after I did it. It was like just like shit.
Yeah.
It would keep on popping up back in my. Yeah, but like, they would keep popping up in my brain for some reason. Like, just sometimes just listening to the songs, I would just be fucking shaking because I'm just like fucking scared.
Yeah.
And then, yeah.
It's the same thing that happened
thing is
to
that
me.
it just lingers in your mind. And then you just develop this fear.
Why did you make the Sashley challenge? So basically, I already had PTSD from XD Meme and Blood Pop, and I found out Sashley made both of them. Then I thought how hellish it would be to watch every single one of their videos in one sitting for me. And then I executed that idea. And I regret it wasn't even worth it content-wise. So yeah, that was, those were the interviews. Basically, what I mainly wanted to gather from that is like how people like felt about it afterwards, because I know how I felt and I want people like felt the same way. And I will say I did definitely get some interesting answers, and honestly I really wish I got the fourth person, but either way I'm so happy with what I got. So that's today's video. I'll see you guys tomorrow with a banger of a video, I think. I don't quite remember what I'm doing that day, but I'll see you guys tomorrow, and yeah, bye bye.